Sometimes you see it coming, like domestic violence. Sometimes you don't see it coming at all, like sexual assault, but it always arrives at the same violent point of impact. Your life has been shattered. You've been deeply hurt. You're angry, fearful, and you feel so alone. What can you do? Where can you go? To whom can you turn?
Mutual Ground opened its doors in 1975 with the goal of providing domestic violence and sexual assault services for victims in the area. There's no typical case that walks through the doors of Mutual Ground. Everybody's different. We get victims that come here from homeless shelters up to wealthy suburbs. For a lot of victims that reach out for help, the hotline is the first point of contact. Imagine being in a place in your life where you have nowhere else to turn. And you know that this call that you make is going to change your life forever. Sometimes the area hospitals or the police departments will call us and ask for assistance with a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault who's presented. And so we'll immediately send a hospital advocate to go out and be with that victim. If you can imagine, it's really scary. Doctors, nurses, police, all around. You need somebody there at your side, letting you know that it's not your fault and explaining to you what your rights are. When somebody walks through the doors of Mutual Ground, our first job is to listen. When a victim comes to us for help, oftentimes they feel like they have no control, no help, no options. So it's our job to help them devise a plan to become safe. It's our job to give them options and help them realize that there is hope. One of the resources that start to give them hope is our counseling service. After listening to her situation, our trained counselors help the victim devise a plan. In the case of domestic violence, it's a plan that will lead her to safety and ultimately the safety of her children. In the case of rape, she will need to go through ongoing counseling and probably get other services that we can provide for her. People often think of the woman as the victim, and she is the victim. She's the primary victim, but the children are the secondary victim. They'll often hear the violence or they'll witness the fights themselves. Our youth programming service provides these children with help to learn how to handle their own fear and anger, understand that they're not to blame, and to understand that they're in a safe place now. In cases where a woman wants protection, she has to go to court to get that protection, and we're there to make sure that she's not alone. We provide a trained court advocate who walks her through the process and helps her with the paperwork that will allow her to file an order of protection. The court advocate is also at her side as the judge asks her questions about her order. At Mutual Ground, we believe that the key to preventing domestic violence and sexual assault is through education. Our presenters cover grades K through 12, and we cover topics such as personal body safety, sexual assault, sexual harassment, and dating violence. The biggest thing we do is dispel the myth that it's a victim's fault. Through all my years of working here at Mutual Ground, there's always been one thought that's haunted me, and that is that a victim of domestic violence could be anybody. It could be you, could be me, could be your mom, could be your sister, could be your neighbor, could be your coworker. The one thing that all of these women have in common is that they have the courage to come through our door.
While some challenges may remain, with support and time, your life starts to reassemble itself. You're beginning to heal. You're becoming hopeful. You're gaining confidence. And you no longer feel alone.